right, so we're going to solve this equation. Now, on this equation, we see we've got fractions. The easiest way, I think, to solve any equation with fractions is to multiply both sides by the least common denominator, which will eliminate the fractions. So we have two denominators because we have two different fractions here. One has a 5, one has a 4, so the least common denominator is 20. So I need to multiply the whole equation, both sides, by 20. If you want, you could write it like that, or you could say, well, I'm going to do 20 times 1/5 plus 1/4, and then 20 times 5. All right, so in any case, you're multiplying 20 by the 1/5 x, you're multiplying 20 by the 1/4, and you're multiplying 20 times 5. That's on the right-hand side. So if I distribute here, I've got 20 times 1/5 x plus 20 times 1/4 equals 20 times 5 is 100. There's no fractions over there. And let's see, 5 goes into 24 times, 4 goes into 25 times. See what happens when you multiply by the least common denominator? You will get an equation that has no more fractions in it. So we have 4 times, well, 1 times 1 times x, that's just 4x, plus, and this is just going to be 5 times 1, which is 5, equals 100. And now we're down to an equation where the variables are all on one side. All there is a 4x. So let's subtract 5 from both sides to get the variables alone on that side. That gives us 4x equals 95. And then dividing both sides by 4, we will get x equals 95 fourths. Okay, the only way you know for sure this is true is to plug in 95 fourths back in for x and see what you get. So let's go ahead and do that. All right, so we want to take the original equation, 1/5 x plus 1/4 equals 5, and we want to just plug in 95 fourths in for x right here. So what I notice is that 5 goes into 95, so you can reduce that, and that'll be a 19. Right? So what I have here is 19 fourths plus 1/4, which is 20 fourths, and 20 divided by 4 is 5. So the left side is 5. Now the right side was 5. There was nothing to do there, but we see it checks. So that means our solution is, if you were going to use braces, which you don't need to, 95 fourths. So the answer is just simply 95 fourths.